logic is already discussed. We will quickly revise it by putting it in the points, and then we'll draw the transition diagram for this. So in the logic we have seen that this will be the input tape. You need to get a separator here. So how you will get this separator? By skipping each and every input symbol, and as soon as this B is found, the very first, it will be replaced by any of the separator symbol. So what we will see, input symbols and keep moving towards the right. And first B. So as soon as this B is found, you will be replacing this B with any of the separators you decide. So if you feel that the separator is suppose hash, you will be replacing that B by hash. If you want, you can use the dollar symbol. Replace B by say it is dollar. Acting as separator or marking end of input string. Now once this is done, you will find this will be the snippet of transition diagram, which is keeping all the zeros and ones moving towards right. As soon as B is found, replace it with say dollar and keep moving towards left. Now why we are saying that you need to keep moving towards left? Because this B you have replaced with dollar and you will keep moving towards left. What is the sum? Design Turing machine to make copy of the string over 0 and 1, which is string which is defined over 0 and 1. So here the original string as well as its copy will exist on the input tape. So you will be moving towards left. Your aim is to pick the leftmost symbol. Then keep moving towards right and place it in the very first B on the right end. So here also you will have such type of self loop which will say if you find 0, let it be 0, keep moving towards left. If you find 1, let it be 1, keep moving towards left, unless and until a blank is found. So this blank will mean that you have now reached towards the leftmost end of the tape. So you are keeping left till this B is found. As soon as this B is found, you will keeping it as it is. You are moving to right of it to pick this symbol. Now यहाँ पे we will write consider 1 for x and 0 for y. So if it is 0, you will mark it as y because you are picking this 0 and putting it on the first B after this separator. The same thing is going to be here on the tape. So this B is replaced by separator. उसके बाद वाला B में you need to put this 0. So when you pick this 0, 0 के लिए you will be marking, यहाँ पे हमने क्या लिखा है 1 लिखा है और यहाँ पे 0 लिखा है. Let us change this. Editing this is easier. नहीं, but हमने ये भी लिया है ना. Let us edit this. Y के लिए we are considering 1 and X के लिए we are considering 0. So if this is 0, mark it by Y and replace this B with 0. How we will do this? So we are picking 0. We are replacing it with 1. X, X, X. And we are moving towards right in a search of first. So when you pick this 0, you need to skip zeros and ones until you encounter B. So here we will have this thing which says skip zeros and ones and keep moving towards right. Let me change the angle of this. So as soon as you find B, you replace it. This is 0 का dedicated path with 0 and now keep moving towards left. क्या किया हमने? This 0 is picked, so it is replaced by X. Keep zeros and ones as well as this dollar. So if it is dollar, let it be dollar. Keep moving to its right. And then as soon as you find B, replace that B with 0. So यहाँ पे we have placed 0. We will copy this thing here. Stepwise we are going. Now as you have copied this 0 here, you need to move towards left till this X is found, and for X you need to replace it with 0. So यहाँ से what we will do, and then as soon as you replace it with 0, you will move to its right and will follow the same step. So same step is beginning from here. So we will be connecting यहाँ से. Let me copy this arc, big वाला arc, this, and we'll join these two. So you are moving to left. Left में as soon as you copied this B में 0, you are moving to its left. Left में you are going to encounter all these symbols. You need to skip these. So if it is 0, let it be 0, keep moving towards left. If it is 1, let it be 1, keep moving towards left. And if it is dollar, let it be dollar, keep moving towards left. You will keep moving towards left unless and until you find this x or y. So if it is x, replace it with 0 and move to r. And if it is y, replace it with 1 and again move to its right. So right say, let me make it a bit thin, if possible this also. So when you replace this x with 0, you move to its right and again you perform the same step or cycle of picking this one and copying it on the first blank you find on the right side. So this cycle is repeated from Q2. So we are combining this here at Q2. Q2 में you found 1. If you found 1, replace it with y. So now y का dedicated path और 1 का dedicated path we will have likewise. So this is saying that if it is 1, replace it with y and move to right. Same thing you will encounter. You need to handle them by skipping them. This common skipping things will be there. And then whatever you encounter on the right side, that should be replaced with 1, as this is the path for 1 and you are moving to left. Left में again you need to skip all the ones, zeros, this dollar symbol, and now you will find y will be replaced with 1 from the left hand side, leftmost end, and you are moving towards the right of that y. So what action we are performing? This 1 is picked, it is replaced by y, keeping all this until you find b. You know that you have picked 1, so this b is replaced with 1. You are moving towards it left unless and until x or y is found. Y is found, you know that y is representing 1, so you are putting 1 here, you are moving to its right. So again the same action will be performed, that this 1 will be picked, just a sec. So from Q2 you are repeating this step. It's 1, replace this with y, Go to rightmost end. In a search of B, replace this B with 1. Keep moving towards its left unless and until X or Y is found. If it is Y, replace it with 1. So this is the thing. Now, while doing so, what you encounter? 0 is placed here. Moving towards left, X is there, replaced by 0. This is Y. This is 1, replaced with Y. Moving to its left, replaced. And now when you move to its right, you are not finding either 0 or 1. Rather, you found dollar. So in Q2, you will say that when you found dollar in Q2, if you found dollar, you will say that it's the accepting condition and halt. Means all the input symbols are exhausted. And this is what you will find on the tape. So this is the exact copy of your original string and both are existing on the tape. So design Turing machine to make copy of string which is defined over 0 and 1. This will be the solution. Consider 0 for x, 1 for y. इसके बाद what we have done? We have moved to rightmost end. We have replaced this b, first b, by dollar, which is acting as separator or making, or it is marking the end of the input symbol. Then keep moving to left end till B is found. Then again you are coming back to leftmost end. उसके बाद consider as soon as you found B on left side, move to right of B. Then you will find either 0 or 1 on right. So consider 0 for x, 1 for y. Replace 0, 1 with x or y respectively. And keep moving towards right in search for B. All zeros, ones and dollar. As B is found on right end, place it with 0 or 1 or x or y, or replace it with 0 or 1, whatever you have picked, and move towards left. When you are moving towards left, क्या हो रहा है? ये B आपने रिप्लेस कर दिया either by 0 or 1. Move toward left by keeping all zeros, ones and dollar. As B is found on right end, place it with 0 or 1 or replace it with 0 or 1, whatever you have picked, and move towards left. When you are moving towards left, क्या हो रहा है? ये B आपने रिप्लेस कर दिया either by 0 or 1. Move toward left by keeping zeros, ones and epsilon. Move towards left. As x or y is found on left, replace it by 0 or 1 respectively, and its right. And whatever till now you have done, you will be repeating it again. So that repetition here in the diagram, we found that is done from the state number Q2. So as x or y is found on left, replace it by 0 or 1 respectively, because x is represented by 0, y by 1 when you are picking those, and move to its right. Repeat from step number. Now we will add steps here. If it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from here you need to repeat it. And then finally you will talk about the accepting condition. When you move to the right of x or y, instead of finding 0 and 1, you found this separator, dollar in our case for this example. So here you will say that repeat from step number 5. So step number 5 may replace 0 or 1 with x and y and keep moving towards right in search of b. But if separator, that is dollar, is found alt step, we will say that accepting condition is 0 or 1, dollar is found on right. Let me insert 2 more blank rows, and this way it will look better. So take a minute, go through all these steps as well as transition diagram. I hope the solution is understood. In case of any doubt, the mics are provided, you can ask. Skip all input symbols, keep moving towards right to find B. Skip everything, find B, replace it with dollar. Replace B by dollar. acting as separator or marking end of the input string. Then keep moving towards left till B is found. As soon as B is found, you need to move to right of B. There you are supposed to find either 0 or 1. So for each 0, you will write X, for Y, 1, Y. Replace 1 or 0 with XY respectively and keep moving towards right in search of B, and that is towards right. But if separator is found, go to halt step. Now here, but if means instead of but if of 0 or 1 separator is found. We will be making it clear that there is no 0, there is no 1 on the right of this B. If 0 and 1 is found, you will be replacing it with either X or Y, and then you will keep moving towards right in search of B. So on the way you will find zeros, ones and dollar. So skip all zeros and ones and dollar, moving towards right. As B is found on the right end, replace it with 0 or 1 and move towards left. Left may be the same scenario will be there. You will find lots of zeros and ones as well as dollar. So skip all zeros, ones and dollar, move towards left. Now you are moving towards left in the search of either X or Y. So as not B now. यहाँ पे we have written that you are moving towards left till B is found. Now you are in a search of X or Y. So as X or Y is found, replace it with the corresponding input symbol and move to its right by one cell, of course, and repeat same cycle from step number 5. Each and every designing problem you should try with pen and paper, or else it will be difficult to understand why it is written likewise, why there is loop, why there is simple transition at some points and all. So if there is no doubt, next is some number 20, and it says that let me copy this sum again. Next sum will have some different logic as compared to this one. It says that Turing machine to reverse a string defined over 0 and 1. So again we will start with the visualization of input and output. So solution में we need to write input on tape, randomly 1 0 1 6 0 double 0. This is your input tape. So output में want this thing reversed. So you will have here 0, 0, 1, 0 and then blank. Whereas these will be converted to blank. One zero one double zero reverses 00101. You won't get the reversed output in the same cells. The output will be shifted but is reversed. So this is the point to remember. And now you think about the logic comparing each and every corresponding cell. This cell is converted into blank. This one is also blank. This one is also blank. Now this is blank, but same value is copied to next cell. So if you start with this input and try in the above mentioned output from this, what you find that the rightmost input symbol is located. How this will be located? By skipping all input symbols. Likewise, you start in Q0. If it is 1, skip. If it is 0, skip till you move towards this end. उसके लेफ्ट में आना है. Left में if you find 0, that 0 is picked. If it is picked, blank will be there and it is copied to next blank. So not to, again you need to move to left, again you need to pick this 0 and now copy here at this blank. So not to confuse with blank positions, you will be marking this as X. You will let it as X only. You will move to left. Pick this 0, mark it X, keep moving towards right till you find B. As soon as you find B, you know that you have picked 0. Put this 0 here. Again keep moving towards left unless and until you find input symbol. 1 is there. 1 का dedicated path will differ from 0. Pick this 1. Replace it by X. Keep moving towards right in a search of blank. As soon as you find this B, replace this B with 1. Keep moving towards left in a search of input symbol. Pick this 0, copy it in first blank towards right. Now towards left, pick this 1, copy it in first blank towards right. Keep moving towards left. No input symbol is found, rather B is found. So you say that all the input symbols are processed, so exhausted. Now convert this x to b, so keep moving towards right. If it is x, replace with b. If it is x, replace with b. Keep moving towards right by replacing all x with b till you find the input symbol. As soon as you find input symbol, you may halt. So 10100 is reversed 00101, and we got the output we have expected. So this will be the logic. Write it in the bulleted manner. Keep moving towards keep all input symbols in towards right. Locate B. Left of B. Pick 0 or 1. Replace it with X. Keep moving towards right in search of B. First B found is replaced pick 1. Towards left. In search of X. So till this point we will draw the diagram. As always, start in Q0 and skip all the input symbol to locate the B. Read those bulleted symbols, bulleted points. It says that if it is 0, let it be 0, move to R. If it is 1, let it be 1, move to R. As soon as you locate B, let it be B, move to its left. अभी यहाँ से आपका रिप्लेसमेंट पिकिंग एंड रिप्लेसिंग का लॉजिक विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम Q1. So there should be a dedicated path, one for 0 and one for 1. So let us say this is Q2, this is Q3. So if क्या है actual if we consider the same example, यहाँ पे what we are getting, let me change the हाँ angle change करने का ज़रूरत है. Yes, a bit I need to. So यहाँ पे what we are picking, ये वाला 0. So if it is 0, replace it with X and move right in a search of B. As soon as you find B, E is replaced with this picked symbol. Dedicated path है, so you know here whether you will be replacing that B with 0 or 1. Dedicated path है, right? So right में if it is B, replace it with 0 and move to left. So we have picked. Again we will, when we are designing. So we have replaced this with x, और यहाँ पे we have written 0 and now we are moving towards left. Left में if you encounter x, you need to skip it. So for skipping this, we need to have multiple x can be there. So if it is x, let it be x, keep moving towards left unless and until you find the input symbol. Input symbol is there. So यहाँ से again you need to join it likewise. These diagrams might be similar, but the transitions defined are different. So if keep moving towards left. Do we need to have the this thing here? नहीं, ये वाला हम कहाँ पे डालेंगे? If it is x, keep moving towards left. यहाँ पे we will have this. Otherwise, why I have shifted? Why I have shifted? Then you won't know till which point you need to move towards left. So Q1 में we should end in Q1 while we are moving to left, because while moving to left at one point you are going to find either 0 or 1. So the action related to 0 or 1 encounter is defined from Q1. So if you give this self loop here of skipping x at Q4, in Q4 you will encounter either 0 or 1 while moving towards left. But but these actions are already defined from Q1. So you should end in Q1 while skipping x. So here also you find 0. So ये 0 you are supposed to replace with x, move towards right. अभी यहाँ पे right में you again found x. So all multiple x should be skipped and moved towards right now in a search of v. So while skipping this x, you need to skip the zeros as well as ones. And keep moving towards right unless and until you find b. As this is the dedicated path for b, whatever b you found, that will be replaced with 0. And then you are moving to left. So this b you found is replaced with 0. You are moving to left. अभी left में you are at Q0. You encountered 0. So this 0 should be skipped. Let me give the self loop here. So if it is 0, let it be 0. Keep moving towards left. You are still in Q4. Q4 में you encountered x. x में Q4 में x is kept as x, moving towards left. But you change the state to Q1. Q1 में you encountered x. X should be left as it is, moving towards left. Q1 में you encountered 1. अभी You encountered 1, 1 के लिए भी you are supposed to pick this and replace it with x. So if you wish, you can have y also. Why we are not including 1/x here? Because the b you found should be replaced exactly with 0 if 0 is picked, or with 1 if 1 is picked. So here it will give us ambiguity at this point. So we are making dedicated paths that if you are picking 1, you should go this way so that the b will be replaced with 1 if you follow this way. I will write 1 is replaced with x and moving towards right in search of b. So dedicated path पे b will be replaced with 1 moving towards left, and then rest of the things. So this b is picked, replaced with x. यहाँ पे हो आप, you end in q3. q3 में you encountered x. So all these x and 1s should be skipped unless and until you find b. So again we will have this self loop here for skipping. Self loop पे है ये. If you feel this is getting confusing, ये वाला हम इधर ड्रॉ करते हैं. Let us flip it. और यहाँ पे skipping ऐड करते हैं so that there won't be any confusion. I hope now. Center. This is better. And then as soon as you find this b, skip, skip, skip 0, skip 0. As soon as you find this b, replace it with 1 and move towards left. It is saying left, left. You are in q4. q4 में you encountered 0. All the zeros are skipped. Keep moving towards left. x के लिए again skip. You end in q1. Skip. q1 is also saying x should be x. Move towards left. And again in q1 now you encountered either 0 or 1. If it is 0, follow this path. First b towards right is replaced with 0. Same thing 1 के लिए it's been replaced with 1. And now while moving towards left you encountered b. You are expecting either 0 or 1 in q1 but you encountered b. q1 में मिलेगा आपको. You are skipping all the x यहाँ पे. So you encountered b. So as soon as you encountered b in q1, what we will do? We will change the state. q1 में b is encountered. Let it be b. Right. And all the x, what we will do is, this is 5, yes. All the x we will replace with b while moving towards right. So all the x are replaced with b moving towards right. Keep doing this because it is on loop until you encounter either 0 or 1, that is input symbol. At that point halt. So in Q5 if you encounter 6 लेते हैं यहाँ पे, इधर I will write if it is 0 let it be 0, perform no action. If it is 1, perform no action. And you can say this is halt state or double circle में end, accepting state. So whether you feel that these two diagrams are same, exactly not similar, but the transitions differ. Take a minute, go through the logic and diagram. In case of doubt, you should ask. Mics are provided. One more third problem का logic we will discuss, and then उसके लिए diagram we will draw in the next lecture. By this week, by Friday, we will complete Turing machine का chapter, and in the next week 2-3 lecture में last module will be finished. In case of any doubt, you should ask. The mics are provided. You need to make sure that at any state you should not add the transition which will change the sequence of inputs. In the sense, consider a raised to n, b raised to n. So therein the constraint is once you are done with the a block and b starts appearing, symbol a should not be repeated. And that's why whenever we find the new symbol, we prefer to change the state so that the order of the input symbols will be maintained in the examples where it matters. If no doubt, very quickly we will discuss the next example, which says that you may find it as that of A raised. This is example number 21 for Turing machine design. I hope after seeing 21 examples now, all of you can design the machines for the sums with various logics and all, because each and every sum here is having its own different logic, and that's why almost 24-25 sums we will be designing, or we are practicing here, we are finding the solution for it. And the points we are writing, which you need to remember. What this says, design the Turing machine to check whether string over AB contains equal number of A's and B's. Now here you need to visualize what this equal number of A's and B's means. A raised to n, B raised to n. Obviously, is one of the example. String will be AABB. But AB is also the example, or rather ABAB is also the example wherein two A's and two B's are there. A double B A or BBAA. All of them are having two A's and two B's. But it is not following any particular format. Likewise, A raised to n, B raised to n. Means the order of appearance of A and B is immaterial here. When you say A raised to n, B raised to n, it's defined that after A, B will start and again A cannot be repeated. But when you say AB AB or BA BA, any of the symbol can appear at any position. But still you need to check whether equal number of A's and B's are there or not. So if you start with input on tape, random input, say it is starting with B and then having 3 A's and then again B, A. We are considering the example of valid string. Yes, it's a valid string because there are 4 B's and 4 A's. So what I will do is, let me zoom a bit. If I found this as B, I will move towards right in a search of compensating A. So if I find this B, I will say strike off नहीं होता ना इधर. Let me take one line. If I find this B, I will strike it off. I will strike it off. I will move to right in a search of A, which is compensating this B. If I find A, I will strike it off. Now one pair is been striked off. We are not counting equal number of A's, B's के pairs we are striking off. Now we will keep moving towards left until this B is encountered. When this B is encountered, we are sure that again we are starting from the left end. So now keep moving towards right in a search of either A or B. Now this striking off can be done if we say by replacing it with say, X, X. Now we got this A. What we will do? We will strike it off. As we are striking off A, we will look for the corresponding B. So this A is kept, B is found, it will be striped off. Here you will find that this A is converted into X, B is converted into X. As soon as this B is converted into X, keep moving towards left in search of B and again start afresh. So this sum we will continue in the next lecture. Let me share the attendance का link. Do try to design this transition diagram for the problem number 21 with pen and paper yourself. The same will be drawn in the next lecture, and 2-3 more problems we'll see, which will again have some different logic, and then we'll end with the Turing machine ka module. So mark your attendance, you can leave the lecture.